Armenia is sending Ladaniva to Malmo and Eurovision 2024 with their song Jako. Now, normally we have a pun at the beginning of these videos. We've realized this is unpunnable. Unpunnable is now a word. So you're just going to get a review straight away. Let's review Eurovision.
Although we will accept puns in the comments. If anyone can come up with one, we would love to hear it. Because we sat here stroking our chins for the grand total of about 3 minutes and had nothing.
Yeah, it ended up being painful trying to come up with a pun here. So we didn't. So yes, please do give us puns in the comments. That's a very good idea, Emily. So as we say, Armenia is sending Ladaniva. It's a world music duo, which is the most vague sounding category imaginable, but that's what they are. Made up of an Armenian singer and a French musician in the background. So they're inspired by Armenian folk music, sort of like Balkan sounds. It's certainly one of the more, ethnic is kind of like an offensively vague category, but it's one of the more ethnic things that Armenia has sent in the past decade or so. Let's have a little listen. So that was a clip of Jako or Yako. I don't know. What do we think of it, Emily?
Now, you will know that I am usually a very big fan of countries sending a little bit more kind of traditional or folksy things, something that sounds a bit more kind of traditional or, yeah. But for me, this is just kind of a bit repetitive and it kind of annoys me a little bit, which makes me kind of sad. It 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 just kind of annoys me. It's just, like, the problem is just not the type of thing I would normally listen to. Like, I feel like if I was Armenian, I'd be pretty kind of happy with sending this, as it shows a bit of kind of national identity and a bit of kind of spark. But as just kind of a recipient of that, I'm not the hugest fan, really. Yeah, I don't have much more to say. I always kind of welcome folk stuff, but it's just not really my vibe or my thing.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree that I like that they're going down the sort of the more national the genre of music from Armenia type route. And last year, Future Lover, I loved it. I was not sure about it at the beginning, but ended up loving it. The one criticism that I would have of that is that it kind of could have been from anywhere. It was a bit, I don't know, you couldn't pin it to a particular place. As much as I love the song, it was a bit vague. And this, you very much can pin to that part of the world. So that is that's what it's got going for it. And again, I do like it. But you're right. It is a little bit repetitive to the extent that it does get irritating. And it's not, you can have up to your 3 minutes at Eurovision. I think this only runs in at about 2 minutes 30, so it's quite short. But I don't think mentally I could cope with it being any longer because there's only so much la, 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 that I can cope with before I want to drive my head through a wall. And it kind of is, by the time it finishes, I'm like, okay, I've had my fix. Thank you very much. You can shunt off the stage now. So it's not bad, but it's kind of a little. It's quite one level here.
Yeah,
that said, sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say it doesn't feel like it kind of goes anywhere. You don't there's no kind of up and down in the song. It's just kind of
It's very flat. Towards the end, you do get the her vocals do pick up a little bit. She gives it a bit of I don't know, vocalization towards the end of it. So it does get a little bit different towards the end, but it kind of peaks quite early and then sort of stays there, which, maybe is a bit of a missed opportunity. I do think, and I'm making this up perhaps, that it was a much longer song and they've cut it down to this, is what I think I've heard somewhere, because they released this song quite a while ago. So it's kind of it does the job. It represents Armenia. It's far from the best Armenian entry, but it's also far from the worst. They've sent a lot worse than this. That said, the noise that she makes towards the end when she goes, "Oh," that is one of my favorite noises at Eurovision this year. I kind of want that as my ringtone. So got a text. Oh. So yeah, I enjoy that, but it's in the history of Armenian Eurovision entries, this is quite in the middle for me. So again, there have been better, there have been worse. Anyway, it's in the second semi-final. I think it's going to go in the first half of the second semi-final. As we've been saying in the rest of the videos this series, that is the tougher of the two. Do we think this stands a chance of making it out? And if so, where will it do in the final? And what do we score it at 10, Emily?
I am not sure it will get out of the semi-final, just because, as we've said, that one is the kind of stronger of the two. I think it might have a bit more of a chance in the first semi-final, but I don't know. I guess like maybe if they go really kind of hard on the tradition and the folk and that kind of stuff, it might have more of a chance. But I think if it does get through, I kind of see it. I kind of see it as like bottom 5 in the final if it does. It's just, yeah, I'm not sure. For me personally, even though I feel like I've been kind of fairly negative, I'm still giving it a 5 because it's just kind of not. It's just not my vibe. But that doesn't mean I don't respect it as a work of art. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll copy and paste all of that. I think other than the 5 bit, I probably would give it a 6, just because I don't mind it, but it's a bit repetitive, so I probably up it a little bit. But again, if it was in the first semi-final, exactly as you said, I think it would have gone through. It's very on the bubble in semi-final 2, and it's difficult. And if it does go through, it gives me very much song 2 in the running order kind of vibes, the sort of one that is an absolute no-hoper, but you kind of need to put a song in song number 2, and this probably is going to be it. So I admire them for sending something Armenian, very, very Armenian, but it's kind of in a year with a lot of flashy songs and either songs that are flashy or very vocally impressive, this kind of sits awkwardly in the bubble, and I'm kind of not sure where the bubble will pop, whether it'll land on one side or the other, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, that's it from this episode. Let us know whether you agree or disagree with us in the comments. Chat, you look like you're about to laugh at me.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
I just like, well then. But yeah, let us know if you agree or disagree with us in the comments. And don't forget, of course, you can listen to us in podcast form and follow us on Instagram to get all our nice groovy graphics. But thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.